I really love this place. Good vibes.
I've been playing Atomic Heart. It's a big action RPG set in a retro-futuristic sci-fi Soviet Union in 1955. It launches on February 21, coming to PS4 and PS5, also available day one on Game Pass for Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One and PC. While this game feels like its own thing in many ways, it's the kind of game that makes you go, this feels a lot like this and it feels a lot like that. So is this unique configuration of existing ideas more than the sum of its atomic parts? I'm Nick from What's Good. Let's take a look. Take 1 large cup of Bioshock, seasoned with some Prey. Pour in a teaspoon of Westworld, add a splash of Wolfenstein New Colossus, and then pour the mixture into a bowl with a small packet of pre-mixed Far Cry.
Bang the lid on it and cook it for as long as you like.
And you get Atomic Heart. Sort of.
Pretty impressive, isn't it? You can really tell we're on the threshold of something really incredible.
That's a lot of ingredients though.
Will it blend? That is the question.
The answer is, well, yes. I mean, it's somehow something new while feeling awfully familiar at times. It does actually work as its own thing. Oh, and just by the way, after you've watched the review, catch our Atomic Heart talkthrough video. We've linked it at the end of the review so you can go check it out. Right from the start, Atomic Heart impressed me with a gorgeous lengthy intro that could only remind me of Bioshock Infinite, and with some pretty great graphics to boot.
Did you know that?
Russia isn't the most popular country right now.
Now you know!
So you might think it's kind of weird seeing the Soviet Union in a state of peak prosperity, but it became apparent to me pretty soon that it's more of a poke at itself than you might realize at first. We've seen those kinds of ideas with America and its retro-futuristic nuclear families more times than I care to remember at this point, so the change of setting is refreshing. So the Soviet Union is on top of the world, with its citizens surrounded by incredible robots that do all of the literal heavy lifting. The next major leap then?
Space!
The sensational Soviet celebrations turn sour pretty quickly when all the robots come down with a sudden and severe case of the murder. Leaving you, Major Sergei Alexeyev, leaving you, the hero, to clean up the mess with the help of Charles, the AI companion built into a very high-tech glove with abilities gifted to you by your boss, the genius behind all the celebrated progress.
Waiting orders.
How do you like the new glove?
Better than the old one. It's growing on me.
A lot of the story is told and explained through the strained relationship you explore with your new AI companion.
Oh yeah, I'm talking to a cop!
And it becomes pretty clear that there's more to the situation than meets the eye. The writing is just the right level of cheeseball to be corny and bad, but in a way that's amusing and capable of getting some good laughs.
Watch your language, Major. We're in a public place.
Whatever.
I should mention that the game comes with voiceover in 9 languages. I thought it would be cool, like you might too, to try switch to Russian to get a more authentic experience. But I had the misfortune of discovering that info pop-ups and other incidents kept blocking my ability to see the subtitles, and so I kept missing out on what was being said and had to switch back to English.
Remember, no Russian.
There's also some timing issues with some of the dialogue, causing characters to reply a little earlier than they should and breaking the flow of the conversation. A lot of the gameplay happens in spectacular indoor areas with a variety of great puzzle locks, tough combat, first-person platforming, looting, crafting and upgrading weapons or abilities, in a similar fashion to a traditional Bioshock experience.
That's a penis.
I do like that so much time gets spent in this game working through the puzzle locks, rooms and platforming areas. It ends up balancing well with the combat.
Yeah, the power's on. Let's head back.
The retro-futuristic utopian art and design styles are stunning and play off of the story and setting incredibly well, as it invokes a sense of awe at the same time that it leaves you feeling deeply unsettled. You interact with and also fight a variety of moustached androids, various levels of walking toasters, and a few biological monstrosities as well. And make no mistake, while the trailers try and make things look hella exciting and fast-paced, on normal difficulty the combat and the enemies are pretty tough nuts, meaning you need to rely more on clever combinations of your abilities and weapons, and less on high-octane wrist flicks and 360 no-scopes. As you play more, you unlock abilities like shock, cold, telekinesis and shields, also upgrading your Russian equivalent of a Nintendo Power Glove. You also craft weapons, ammo and upgrades as you go along, courtesy of a rather disturbed and very horny Russian refrigerator.
You monster.
But you haven't entered me for so long, big guy. I was so lonely.
One thing I really like is that on all the upgrades for the glove, you can reallocate your resources that you've spent and spend them elsewhere depending on what you need with no punishment. Other time in the game is spent in larger outdoor areas that feel more like something out of Far Cry, but with less of the random adventuring. Despite a button layout that confused me a little more than I'd have liked, the gameplay and controls also felt incredibly snappy and responsive at all times. This also thanks to a frame rate that hits a smooth 60 FPS with only a few hiccups now and then. The trade-off, however, is that the dynamic resolution can make the image quality incredibly muddy when it drops to keep the gameplay smooth, especially and rather permanently when playing in the outdoor sections. I ran into one or two annoying bugs here and there as well, but nothing too concerning. While you're treated to some really fun and quirky Russian-style tunes in the environment, a lot of the dynamic tunes in combat is played out to the monstrous melodies of Mick Gordon, the force behind the instantly legendary music that assaults your ear canals in Doom and Doom Eternal. I mean, it's good, but it's no hard bass. While Atomic Heart likely won't make it into my list for Game of the Year, it still has a lot going for it. Some aspects of the game work better than others, but it feels like it's punching well above its weight in many ways, and it's a great first outing for the developers from Mundfish. While it's far from perfect, I've still enjoyed my time with Atomic Heart. The fascinating setting and great concepts make it pretty easy to forgive the flaws. With such a packed lineup of amazing games this year, it's got some stiff competition though. But if you're really itching for a game like this, or you're a Game Pass subscriber, there's a fascinating and pretty solid game waiting for you. Don't forget to check out our Atomic Heart talkthrough, the link's coming up in just a moment. If you enjoyed this video, let us know by hitting the like button. And subscribe to the What's Good channel to see more videos. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you'll enjoy the talkthrough video as well. We'll see you there.